In this lesson, I'm going to be completing the lines and squares pattern. So first thing I'll do then is go ahead and take a look at this drawing, and you're going to see what we call hatch marks on the outside. And so the easiest way to do this is to type in hatch, press enter, and then I'm going to go to settings here. And I've already done this, but you want to try to change the type to user defined. And then the angle I've changed to 0, and the spacing defaulted at 1, and I'm defaulting this to 0.25 or a quarter, right? So that's the spacing. And then all you do is select that area that AutoCAD has already designated for you. And the lines are going on the x-axis, so they're going on 0. Now this time I want to change the settings so the lines are going up on the y-axis, or up and down. So I'll type in hatch, I'll go to settings, and just all I need to do now is change that to 90 and push OK. And AutoCAD already knows what that area is. I click out of it, all right? And so now the challenge is we've created essentially a set object. Now you'll notice if I want to put the dimensions in here, so let's go ahead and put these dimensions, it won't snap to anything because it's actually one big object, that whole area. So I can click as much as I want and nothing's going to happen. So the way to fix that is this. Let's go ahead first and we're going to change the dimension style. I'll go to modify. I don't need to hit set current. I'll click modify. And I'm just going to change the precision to hundredths and say close. That's not going to affect the other ones. And it's not going to work, right? So what I need to do is escape it. And then I simply either click on the explode icon or type in explode. Now we don't want to do everything. I guess we could, but we're just going to select this certain area here of hatching and press enter. Now it's all individual pieces. So the thing that keeping it is nice because I can go back and change that the hatching if I wanted to. But I've killed that function here, so I can't go back. And then I'm going to go type in 0.25 typical. So it's giving me the 0.25, but I need to change that because I'm trying to replicate the drawing. So essentially what I'm going to do is just write my own text in here, and so TYP period, and then I'm going to have to delete this portion of it because it's got that 0. And so I'll go ahead and delete that. I'll type in 0.25 and I'll delete what AutoCAD gave me. All right, so I'm getting pretty close here to being done. So everything looks good. The only thing I need to do now is carefully select everything. And I don't want to select the dimensions, and so I'm going to be very careful about this, and I'm going to change the line weight. All right, so I'll either right-click and go to Properties, or I can access Properties in the Modify on the menu bar above. And so line type, it says varies. We're going to basically just keep it all the same. But I'm going to change the line weight here to 0.5 millimeter. And again, you kind of need to experiment on how your output looks. And then on the bottom bar, go ahead and select that and hit escape. And I'm going to inspect this drawing. And I've essentially completed the exercise. So go through, make sure that there's spacing in between the dimensions and the parts. And you have completed the AutoCAD lines and squares pattern lesson.